Hey Leo, welcome to your October 2019 love reading, Leo Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is, as you can see, an episode of Candlelight Tarot. It's been a while since I've done Candlelight Tarot. I love doing Candlelight Tarot, so hopefully you'll enjoy it. If you don't, just humor me, indulge me, bear with me. But if you do like the candlelight feel, if you want to have other candlelight readings, let me know in the comments, and maybe we'll have different kinds of themes and different kind of subjects. But cross watchers, you're more than welcome to stay and see what's happening with a Leo in your life, but do keep in mind that I do cross watcher videos, and the most recent ones are in the link to this video. There's a link in the description of the video if you want to watch the specific cross watcher videos. Those are available as well. We're going to go ahead and see what's going on, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the month of October 2019. All right, my dears, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, my darlings. So your first card here is King of Swords. So when I see King of Swords, for me, this is like something is go time. Like, even if you look at his face right here, like he's very serious, and he's even got this stance or this posture, like he's like punching the table, or he's like getting ready to get up, like he's ready to go. King of Swords is always ready for action. Always ready for action. So Leo, this could be you and your energy, especially if you have moon or rising air sign, or you could be dealing with an air sign. You could be dealing with a Libra, a Aquarius, or a Gemini, and so there could be a lot of air energy happening in your love life in the beginning of the month. But for me, King of Swords is about handling business. Like, if there's a problem or there's an issue, King of Swords wants to handle it. He's going to face it. He's going to face it head on. So some of you might be confronted by someone. If they feel like there's a problem or a situation, they're going to want to talk about it. Okay. Leo, you may be wanting to talk about something with somebody. You may feel like the air needs to be cleared, or it's time to clear the air in some way. Overall, though, King of Swords is an energy of negotiating, coming to an agreement, coming to an understanding. King of Swords isn't out there like to annihilate everybody and to like steamroll over everybody. King of Swords wants to have a conversation, wants to have a dialogue, and wants things to be on good terms, right? If he can find a win-win solution or situation, he's going to find a win-win solution or situation. So you might be encouraged to approach any issue in a relationship and try to find the win-win, for both of you. King of Swords, though, for a lot of you Leos, I'm going to tell you, you guys are fire, right? You guys are a fire sign, and fire is associated with passion, with that, hot kind of energy. And King of Swords for me is very cool energy, very cold energy. I'm even going to say cold energy. Some of you might be in a situation where either you've had relationships with people in the past, but you haven't felt that emotional intimacy, or you haven't felt that passion, and you're hungry for it. You may have a pattern or a cycle of like not feeling the passion or not feeling the fire from certain people. And some of you are in a relationship right now where you feel like, man, like there's so much good about the relationship, or there's so much good about this person, but like, when are they going to start being into me? When are they going to start like, responding the way that I would imagine that they would respond? When are they going to start feeling me? Some of you think the person's not feeling you. That's a lot of the times what I see happen in my readings when King of Swords comes up. It's like you're involved with someone, or you're getting to know someone, and you feel like they like you, but you're waiting for them to be into you. And you're like you don't understand why they're not being more in it, why they're not coming in with that fire. And you're doing things to try to win them over, right? The thing that King of Swords tells me is that you're just kind of dealing with someone who's not very passionate. Okay, It's not that there's anything wrong with you. They're into you, but they might not be an expressive person. They might not be a passionate person. So they might not be the kind of just kind of like, grab you and plant one on you, or they might not be the kind who are going to be very emotionally like connected or talk about feelings, or be like, oh, I'm so sorry you're going through that. Like, well, no, we already talked about this. I told you how to handle that. And that's it for King of Swords. Like, he's already given you a solution. Why are you all still talking about this, right? And maybe where you want more of the, oh babe, I'm so sorry, and you're not going to get that from King of Swords. King of Swords is like, oh, there's a problem, here's how to fix it. Okay, we've talked about it, we don't have to give that any more time, right? And so you might be dealing with that kind of an energy. And so some of you are going to have to decide, like, can you put up with that? Because it's not going to change. It's a personality thing, right? It's a personality thing. So don't take it as, oh, this person's being a jerk to me. They're not being a jerk to you. They're just in their personality. That's how their personality is. And some of you are going to be dealing with that kind of a situation with a partner or somebody that you're getting to know. And then here along, sure enough, comes Knight of Wands, right? Knight of Wands is going to be your energy, Leo. This is the fire energy, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. Knight of Wands is very fast-moving energy. So some of you might be trying to seduce an air sign. Some of you might be feeling like an air sign is pursuing you, and you might be trying to take lead or control of the relationship if you are dealing with a person, regardless if they're air sign or not. If you're dealing with a person who you feel is like not coming in with the passion, you're trying to bring the passion to the table. Okay, you're trying to bring the passion to the table. You're trying to wake that up in them. And in some cases, it might be a losing battle. And if you find that happens with you, Spirit wants you to know, don't take that L feeling like it's not even an L, really. It's not even an L. Don't take that feeling like there's something wrong with you, or like, oh, you've lost your touch, or you're not sexy anymore. You just might be dealing with a person who just doesn't have a whole lot of fire in them. That's it. You're all fire, and you might be dealing with a person who doesn't have a whole lot of fire in them, and that's no fault of yours. Okay, Knight of Wands could also be where you're dealing with two different kind of energies, right? You could be dealing with somebody else coming in and they're kind of turning your head, or they're tempting you. Knight of Wands, though, for me in my readings, a lot of the times has been coming up when you're dealing with a person that comes in and out of your life, like in and out of your life, in and out of your life, in and out of your life. And so some of you might be feeling really done with someone because they've done this like a billion times. And every time before you said, this is the last time, this is the last time, and they've pulled you back in with their sexy little ways. And so it might be happening again where this person's coming up, but you may be in King of Swords when they arrive. So they're showing up thinking it's going to be the same old thing with Leo, but Leo's ready to handle it. And you might be like, I'm not looking for a win-win. I'm looking to handle the problem and end it, right? Like, you might be in that energy, Leo. But I will tell you this. If some of you are kicking yourself because there's just somebody that you're like, they keep coming in and out, and you keep saying you're going to shut them down, but they've always pulled you back in, and you're like, oh, I just wish for one more time, and this is going to be it. I just wish for one more time, and this is going to be the time that it's really going to be it, that I'm not going to let them back in. I just want to show them, that they can't just have it that way every single time. I feel that might be happening in October for a lot of you, and that, yes, this really is the time that you're not going to get pulled back in, that you're really not going to get sucked back into their charm or into their ways. Okay, I really do feel that. Some of you are getting your fire back, you're getting your passion back. That could be a message with the King of Wands. This is a general reading, so the cards are going to apply in different ways. I do want to tell you, though, Leo, some of you are in a situation with a person who's really, really pressuring you. Really pressuring you to do something you're not ready to do, that you don't want to do it, and they're pressuring you. King of Wands for me sometimes is an ultimatum kind of energy, okay? An ultimatum kind of energy. And so some of you are going to be experiencing that. And you might have somebody making you feel like, You know, you have to do this if you want them to be around. So you either have to be willing to go to the next step or the next level, or maybe there's something they're wanting you to do physically that you're not into or you're not comfortable with, or maybe they're pressuring you about something financially, whatever it may be. You know, you might be faced with some kind of an ultimatum. And my advice to you, my darling, is that you need to love yourself as much as you love somebody else. And you should never, ever do anything that makes you feel uncomfortable or unsafe or puts you in a difficult situation, right? You should love yourself enough to protect yourself and to stand up for yourself and to not do that. But I do feel some of you are dealing with someone who maybe is being very pushy about something. And you're like, oh my goodness, like, here it is. Like, if I don't do this, then the relationship is going to be over. And like, you're being made to feel guilty about that. Like, oh, okay, you just want to throw the relationship away. But they're putting that on you as if you are the one that's trying to throw it away. They took it there. You didn't take it there. They took it there. Okay, so understand and know that you don't have to feel bad. And it's okay for you to say no, Leo. It's okay for you to say no if it's something that's scary for you or uncomfortable or is putting you in a bad financial situation. You know, don't do it. Don't do it if that's the case. Some of you are having a new love interest come in, and they might be coming in kind of very quickly, very fast. I will say this, King of Wands typically is a heck of a good time, but not here for a long time, okay? Here for a good time, not here for a long time. So keep that in mind for anybody new coming in who is coming in very persistent, right? If they're coming in really persistent, if they're coming in really hot, chances are it's not going to last very long, right? What they say, the candle that burns brightest burns quickest, or the bulb that shines the brightest burns the quickest. Same kind of thing there. Next, we've got here Seven of Swords, not swords, I'm sorry. Seven of Wands, right? So again, this is about standing your ground, maybe standing up for yourself. I do feel, like I said, some of you are being faced with an ultimatum. So this is really, really knocking that home, or really emphasizing that for some of you. Because when Seven of Rods comes up, you're standing your ground. You're like, no, I'm not going to do this, or I'm not going to get pulled into this, or I'm going to maintain my decision. I'm going to maintain my stance here. Now, the good news here is that what Spirit is telling you is they're not going to be able to make you do it, right? Unless you yourself give in. They're not going to be able to pull you into it unless you make that decision and you give up, right? Because right now, look, he's in a safe spot. They can't reach him. But if he gets closer to the edge, and if he starts trying to start poking at them with the sticks or whatever, they might be able to get in a couple of blows. They might be able to trip him and get him down there, and then they really have him where they want him. But as long as he means in the stance where he's at, as long as he means where he is right there, he's untouchable. They can't get at them. So the message that I get from this, my dears, is that if you are dealing with a person who's trying to pull you into a situation or pull you into something else, then if you try to argue with them, or if you try to discuss it with them, or negotiate it with them, or explain to them further why you don't want to do it, they might be doing things that's bringing your energy down. They might be taking little jabs at you, little hits at you verbally, that are making you feel like you're being a jerk, or you're being selfish, or whatever. And that's the way they're going to get you to do it, right? They're going to take these little jabs at you to get you to do it. But if you can just maintain your stance and feel like you have a right, and you don't have to argue about it, you don't have to defend it, you're just standing your ground, you're not going to get suckered into doing something you don't want to do. Okay? Some of you are in a relationship with a person where you are in a relationship and somebody's pursuing you very persistently, and you're taking a stance and you're resisting that temptation. And if that's the case, good for you, because that's not always very easy to do. Okay? But I do feel, Leo, that a lot of you in your love life, something is coming up where you have this challenge that is coming to help you own what you want to do, own your boundaries, own your decisions, right? You're not going to get pushed in the corner. You're not going to be made to do something that you don't want to do. Okay? The next card here is, let's see. Oh, Seven of Swords. Leo, you need to be cautious. And you know what's really funny? You guys may have heard me. Some of you may have heard me when I first turned over Seven of Wands. What did I call it? I called it Seven of Swords. So this energy is really coming in here. Seven of Swords, I have to tell you, I'm not always super excited when I see Seven of Swords, depending on the situation. Sometimes I've had it come up and it's been more about you needing to be sneaky, you needing to be cautious, you know, maybe like not telling everybody your plans and things like that. But the sense that I'm getting this feeling of ultimatum and being pushed in a corner, Seven of Swords makes me feel, Leo, I'm sorry to say, some of you are dealing with a person who just for whatever reason is like obsessed with you. They're obsessed with you. And they're seeing you as someone that you have more than they do. And they want in, okay? They want in. I do think they're very physically attracted to you with the Knight of Wands coming up. And I do feel like they feel like you are a very powerful person or a very strong person. And so I feel like they want to, you know, be able to tap into that. And they want to reap the benefits of a person like you or having a person like you in their life. But their desires are selfish. Their desires are self-serving. Okay? They're not coming into the relationship in a way where they're like, oh, wow, how can I make Leo's life better? They're coming into the relationship in a way of like, Leo's got it going on and I want some of that, right? Like they might be looking in a way where they want like a meal ticket, like they see you as like a meal ticket, or they see you as like a free ride, or somebody who's gonna make their life easier in some way, or they just might think you're the sexiest thing that's ever, you know, been on the planet, and you're like, well, I can't blame them if that's what they think, you know, but you know, they might be right. You might be the sexiest thing that's ever been on the planet, Leo. But, you know, they're thinking selfishly. They're thinking about what's good for them. They're not thinking about what's good for you. Okay. So if you are in a relationship with a person and you have somebody coming in and this person is pursuing you so persistently and they're saying all kinds of things about like how wonderful you are and oh, if they had somebody like you they would appreciate it, be careful and be cautious because this person might not have good intentions for you. Okay, so be cautious of this is all I can really say. I always say when I see Seven of Swords, someone's trying to get into your pants or get into your pockets or get into your pockets through your pants. You know, whatever the case is, there's some self-serving motive here that's not always going to be a good situation. Okay, and you need to be cautious. You need to be careful of that. You know, this is someone who will just take. You give them an inch, they'll take a mile, right? I want you to be cautious because some of you do have a person that comes in and out, in and out, in and out. And that person might be coming in this time with a really big sob story. A really big sob story. That's like really, and poor Leo, you're just like, oh, my great big heart, you know, I feel so bad. And poor baby, man, I was really going to give it to them. If they came around, I was going to really tell them off and I was going to tell them to get lost. But man, like they're going through something. And I don't have the heart to be mean to them. Be careful because they might not be telling you the truth. In fact, they're probably not telling you the truth. So just be cautious of that. Okay, be cautious of that. Leo, if you are reaching out to be with someone, know this, I'm sorry to say, your person may be viewing you as the Seven of Swords. So don't expect that they're going to be quick to let you back in. You might have to do a lot of like proving before things can go back to how they were again. I'm not putting blame on you. I'm just saying, somebody might be seeing you as a Knight of Wands or somebody might be seeing you as a Seven of Swords. So next we have here 4 of Wands. Okay. And this is going to mean a couple of different things for different ones of you. Okay. So some of you are going to have to use your mind. That King of Swords came up. Some of you are going to have to use your intelligence, your mind, your strategy to get away from any negative influences, any users, fake friends, fake love, to get you to that 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands is stability, it's abundance, it's weddings, it's happy home life, long-term plans, all of those wonderful things. Okay, so you're going to have to be on top of it. You're going to have to watch out for anybody trying to manipulate you or play any mind games. And if you can resist them this time around, you will get to the 4 of Wands. Okay? I'm going to be honest with you. This energy to me feels like, Leo, you are so close to having an abundant life, a happy love, an amazing relationship, life partner, soul connection kind of thing. And what you have happening is that there's some low, nasty little low troll, horrible karmic person that's really dragged you through the ringer, and subconsciously they feel that you're about to move on, even if you haven't met your person yet. Subconsciously, karmically, they feel that you're about to break free from them feeding off of you energetically, and so they're coming back hard. They're coming back like pulling out all the stops to get you back in before this happens. You're gonna have to be strong. You're gonna have to be strong. If you can resist this time, you are gonna have your 4 of Wands. Those of you who are married, I do find for some reason people who are married to Leos like to watch the videos. I've seen that in the comments. I'm not sure why. I feel like the majority of the Leo comments I see, or at least for a while, I was seeing more from people who are married to Leos than like single Leos looking for love. Which you're more than welcome to watch. I do specific cross watcher videos for cross watchers, which are sometimes different than the monthly readings because they're more geared towards a cross watcher than a it's different energy. But um for those of you who are married to a Leo, I feel this is a time where you all are coming up with an action plan to really, really, really take the relationship to the next level. And there may have been infidelities, not for all of you. For some of you, there may have been, or temptations, or things like that, or people that were coming in and like interfering with the relationship. But you're getting real about it. And you guys are not letting other people into your relationship anymore. For some of you, the 7 of Swords could be more along the lines of you guys kind of being quiet about what's going on between the two of you, not sharing your business with others, working on the relationship. And 4 of Wands could be some kind of like doing something in terms of building your house. Sometimes 4 of Wands could be a homecoming, returning to the place of where somebody grew up, or returning to be closer to like friends and family and things of that nature. So maybe some of you are planning some kind of little like geographical escape. Maybe the people around you have been drama and you and your partner are looking to get a fresh start elsewhere, or there was an infidelity and you guys are just going to move away and get a fresh start elsewhere. That's what the energy could be sometimes for some of you married Leos. Again, these are general readings, or those of you married to a Leo or married Leos. These are general readings. It's going to be different for different ones of you. It's not going to be the same exact one, right? It's like the energies are going to apply in different ways. And some months it may resonate, some months it may not. It's always great to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos because sometimes those will resonate more. But especially when it comes to love readings, it's really good to watch your Venus because your Venus, Venus rules love. So that might be very helpful for you in terms of the love energy to check out your Venus sign for your love reading. I'm more than happy to do a private reading for you. You guys know this. If you click on the Calendly link, you can go ahead and schedule your time. Calendly used to also bill you right then and there when you scheduled. It would take you to PayPal, but apparently Calendly's technical support and PayPal's technical support are not getting along with each other for some reason right now. Like it's not being compatible for some reason right now. So it's not able to charge you. So if you go to Calendly, you can go ahead and schedule your reading. It will hold the time for you, and then I will do your reading when that time comes, as long as payment is sent via PayPal before your reading day and time. So you'll schedule on Calendly, and then you'll PayPal amethystangellight@gmail.com for the reading. Okay, and then you'll get your reading. Again, guys, thank you for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. CrossWatcher videos, whatever link you see in the description of this video is the most recent CrossWatcher videos available. At the time of recording this, I haven't done the October yet, but as soon as I do the October, I'll update the link. But feel free to subscribe, hit notification to get a notice when new videos come up. I thank you all so very much for watching, and I'm wishing you a fabulous October.